Crossout is a game that I wasn't looking for, but it's a game I found, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's a great time killer, especially if you're stuck in your house for about 2 weeks and you've got nothing else to do. It's not a perfect game, in the sense that I don't really understand the story mode, but most of that's probably my fault since I don't like to read, and this game has a lot more reading than you would think. It has almost as much reading as a Game Boy Advance game from the early 2000s. So yeah. But what this game does good, it does amazingly well. First, let's start off with the multiplayer. When I say multiplayer, I'm saying it in air quotes because I'm not really too sure how many of these matches you play are against actual people and how many are bots. The reason I'm saying this, God, I'm gonna sound so sexist, but there are a lot of female names and they don't look like gamer tags. They're just regular everyday names like Linda or Karen or Michelle. And there's a really big difference between how they drive and how the cars with gamer tags drive. So the matches themselves are really short. They're about a couple minutes long and it's basically a team fight. You have a bunch of cars on 2 separate teams. The winning team is the team that can eliminate all of the enemy team's cars or take control of their base. From what I can tell, once your car blows up, you don't respawn. In my experience, I might just not be playing the game right. Remember, this is an actual game review, it's more like a first impression thing. I download these games, I play them for a couple hours, and then I get to make a YouTube video about them. But hey, at least you get to know what you're in for before you start playing the game. Now, part of the game that I really love, actually love a lot, like love amazingly well, is the customization. You start off with this 1980s Ford F-150 looking thing with 2 guns mounted on the roof. By the time you finish your first couple matches, a tutorial will have set you up with a 3rd gun on your hood, but the customization does not stop there. You can remove and swap out whole body panels, move wheels, add wheels, make the car longer, make the car wider, and do pretty much whatever amazing crazy thing you want to do. This game has more customization than Forza. This game has 1,000 times more customization than Forza. If you can think of a mod you want to do to a car, you can do it in this game. And I spent just as much time modifying my car than I did actually playing the game. Modifying the car is probably the highlight of this game for me, and I love it. So I want to address the microtransactions real quick. I'm not too sure if these are real prices or if USD is some kind of in-game currency, but damn, they're expensive. Like, bruh. I know, like, I really don't know if it's real or not, but I just keep looking at this and it's blowing me away. And it does feel like the parts you buy in this game affect the gameplay experience, but honestly, I had fun without paying any money. I can't really ask for anything more than that because, yeah, I'm stuck in a thing and I don't want to spend some money. As far as the game goes itself, it is amazingly fun. The story mode is interesting, let me put it that way. Since I did not read anything, I basically just jumped in, started driving around, and started doing these side missions. In the beginning, it was basically go here, collect this, blow this up, shoot this, yada yada. But then I started finding more and more battles in the actual little story campaign section. Now, again, I don't know if these battles are against real cars and real players, or if they team you up with real players and you go on like co-op missions together. But these missions are actually really fun, and the more you rank up, the more parts you get. So I started out with this weird Ford F-150 looking thing, and I ended up with a 10-wheeled, 6-wheel steering, multi-gunned, like van-bodied machine. It was pretty intense, just how quickly the customization got. And the more you level up, the more you can blow stuff up, the more you can mod stuff. I haven't been able to get a generator yet, which is what really caps you in the game in terms of what you can add. So each cab chassis is limited to a certain power unit. Now, everything you add on to the vehicle takes some power. The wheels, actually I don't know if the wheels take power, let me check. The guns, the chassis, everything takes up some amount of power. If you want to add a jet engine on the back deck, it takes up power. If you want to add a radiator to cool down your weapons faster, that takes up power. So I believe the most power you can get at the level I am with, which is level 4, is 250 units of whatever their power is, and that gets taken up really quickly. So I'm pretty sure you either have to get really high up in the game to get the generator to add all these extra things on your vehicle, or you have to buy it with a microtransaction. It's not an ideal situation when it comes to a game, but to be honest, it's a free-to-play game, and I really feel the developers spent a lot of money in getting this game going in terms of actually creating it, and they have to get a return on their investment somehow. So I can understand the microtransactions, I can understand the whole free-to-play business model, if you will. All in all, the game is still really fun to play. It is a odd game to play. Like, it's literally Twisted Metal meets Forza meets World of Tanks. Like, it's an interesting combination. Not a combination I thought would exist, but definitely a combination I can enjoy playing. Actually, now I kind of want to try World of Tanks. I did Destiny the other day, and it was pretty awesome. Destiny 2, I should mention. Honestly, I still don't get why people hate it. I understand that there were some launch issues, but from what I can tell, the Destiny 2 you're playing today is not the same Destiny as like when it launched in like 2017 or whatever. It's a fun game. Give it a shot. Crossout, really fun game. If you love to customize stuff, mod stuff, it's an amazing game. One more thing. Every single modification you do, they model the vehicle to react in that manner. Even where you place your steering wheel on the car affects how much steering you get. For example, I had my steering wheel in the middle of the vehicle and the front and in the rear, and that negatively impacted my steering. I moved both my steering wheels to the front and had another one in the rear with some other wheels in the middle, and that helped my steering a lot. It is amazing just how the physics in this game works and just how detailed it is. You can see what parts take what kind of damage, what weapons take what kind of energy, and the detail again is what blows me away. I haven't played games in a while. I'm just now getting into all this because of being stuck at home, as I've said for the 3rd time. But the detail in this game and the detail in Destiny really blew me away. Anyway, if you like this content, or if you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more videos like this, which I'm going to try and pump out at least one a day now, hit subscribe and do whatever else you do on the internet. Be safe, social distance and all that. Don't go hugging people, because yeah, this sucks. We're all stuck at home. Let's play some games, have some fun, maybe make some videos, try to entertain each other, do all that kind of stuff. The rest of the video is just going to be gameplay footage, because I find it very entertaining to watch this, and it is amazing to play. If you want to download it, download this game. Even if you play it for a couple hours and get bored of it, I still think it's worth it.